Shalom, call Halayim La Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well, and a Shalom to the 144,001 Now, this is very interesting. I'm surprised this is not being talked about more. You know, if you pay attention to, of course, brothers in the truth, the body as a whole, um, and these preppers and people that are watching for the end is not being talked about by these people uh, on a scale that you think it would be. And basically, this movie is being produced, or I should say, it has been produced by Barack and Michelle Obama. Okay, Leave the World Behind. It came out in select theaters on the 22nd of last month, November 2023. Comes to Netflix this Friday, December 8th, 2023. And it's about a cyber attack hitting Babylon the Great, causing a societal collapse. And what makes this so fascinating is that I've seen uh, these preppers and stuff like that, right? BitChute that somehow got the movie early. I can't find it myself, but they got it and they're showing clips of this movie. The predictive programming. The movie in itself is predictive programming. The trailer is pretty out there too. I'm gonna leave this the trailer right here. I'm gonna leave a link in the description to this trailer. Pretty sure you can find it on YouTube as well. But anyways, you had Klaus Schwab and Joe Biden talk about cyber attacks being the next big threat. They said that years ago, 2021, 2020, around there. They were talking about these cyber attacks. Sleepy Joe said Russia was planning a cyber attack on on America. And I'm not going to spoil the movie because I don't think it's in the trailer, so I don't want to spoil it. But just watch this movie and you'll see the predictive programming in it. And what makes it worse is you got Barack Obama, Michelle Obama, the former first lady and president of the U.S. And by the way, Barack Obama is not an Israelite. All right, from the looks of it, he's a Hamite. I think his father was Kenyan. But you never know. He could be a fucking Edomite, man. All right. And if I'm not mistaken, his mother's a small hat. If I'm not mistaken, she is. In fact, I believe his mother. I mean, not his mother. Yeah. His mother, Shalaki. His mother is uh Hitler's daughter, or something like that, man. It was they traced her lineage, and she is the offspring of some prominent figure of these Edomites, man. So here's an article right here. Barack Obama's notes spook director of Julia Roberts' Netflix movie. Netflix's Leave the World Behind is the first fictional film by Michelle and Barack Obama's Higher Ground Productions. As we can see right here, Higher Ground Productions. The highly anticipated film Leave the World Behind, produced by Michelle and Barack Obama's production. Now let me just repeating itself. Let me see if I can find. All right, here it is right here. The story revolves around a couple and their children who rent a vacation home in Long Island only to find themselves facing an apocalypse. Their world takes a drastic turn when the owner of the house, played by Mahershala Ali, and his daughter My Myhala Mayala Harold seek refuge with them as the disaster unfolds. So this movie is going into when they pull the plug. on Babylon the Great. Notably, Barack Obama, drawing on his expertise in crisis management, provided script notes to write director Sam Esmail, known for creating Mr. Robot and Homecoming. I find it funny these names. All right, they seems very similar to Hebrew names, Ishmael. I just find it's very coincidental in a way, right? Ismail, in a recent interview with Vanity Fair, shared his experience of working with the former president. He acknowledged that Obama's insights were instrumental in grounding the film's narrative in reality. Ismail confessed, I am writing what I think is fiction, what he thinks is fiction, but I'm exaggerating and dramatizing. And to hear an ex president, Salakia, and to hear an ex president say you are off by a few details, I thought I was off by a lot. So he's basically trying to point at that this collapse is this collapse is going to be um very out there, right? That this is not a work of fiction. That's what he's pointing after. The fact that he said that scared the heck out of me. Yeah. So this is Esau blowing it up in our face of their plans. You know, they say they have this say where they they predictive programming, right? Where they have to show you what they're going to do before they do it. And if you look at any, I'm pretty sure all of these crises that's ever happened in Babylon the Great or on a large world scale ever since Israel's been in captivity and Esau's been on the top of the food chain, so to speak, right? For the most part, pretty much almost all of them, because you know there's some things that the Heavenly Father directly does Himself without using these devils to do it, right? But they all have been uh, televised, right, in a way, right? You had 911, right? You had all these different things that has happened that they already showed beforehand, and then it happens like that, like with the Simpsons, right? They always say, "Oh, the Simpsons predicted this, the Simpsons predicted that." The Simpsons didn't predict nothing. These elites, these high level Edomites, script that they have for society that the Heavenly Father gave to them, right on the on the left hand side, they put some of that script in what we know as fiction, right? That's all that's being done, especially with this movie, because they already made mention of cyber attacks, man. They already made mention of it. So it's not like it's going to be a surprise, and then they make this movie with former president and first lady going into a cyber attack causing the apocalypse in America. Now here's a few scriptures. This is 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. And one of the devices these devils use is predictive programming. And we know Esau's finna come with that wrath. This is Revelations 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Now, if we go to Second Thessalonians, before I read that, um, harping on what I just read, Revelations 12 and 12, these devils know that they are the end of the world. You see these regular Edomites that's going to get caught up uh, and leave the world behind, right? The ones that's going to get caught up in it, in this apocalypse, they truly don't know uh, the truth, right? They probably think they're Israelites, man. Because I seen these Edomites say that the 12 tribes were scattered. All the 12 tribes were scattered in Europe, and that's how you get so-called white people. That all white people are the Israelites, or the Israelites are white people. Not just the small hats. All right. Some some of these Edomites think it's all Edomites, right? But that's not a super big outlook on it. But for the most part, that's the type of spirit that they're in, right? That's the type of spirit that they have because they're set up high. But these regular Edomites that you see walking around, they don't understand that we are the children of Israel. Okay, they don't fully understand that. They don't understand that they're the Edomites. They don't, by we, I mean the so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, and of course the speckled birds that have been scattered throughout the four corners of the earth that look like the other nations, that can look like Edomites, Elamites, Ishmaelites, so on and so forth, man. And they think we are um, Hamites, man. Specifically, these Bible, these Christians that are real heavy into the Bible and white supremacy. They think we're fucking Hamites, man. They made up a whole little thing called the curse of Ham, because Ham was cursed because I think it was Noah. He looked at Noah naked and he was cursed, and they say that's why so-called blacks were slaves because of that, and that they're Japhet or whatever the fuck this bullshit they got, right? And that obviously all that's been completely debunked. Mormons debunked, all that's debunked. Okay? And what this is all leading to is the Israelites being put back at the top of the food chain. That's all this is about. Is the Israelites being back at the top of the food chain. Because if you look at the earth, the stronger you are, it doesn't matter if you're wicked or righteous. Okay? The stronger you are, the higher you are on the totem pole. Prime example, these damn devils. They're the most wicked thing on this earth right now, and they're reigning supreme. Why? Because the Heavenly Father gave them a great sword. Okay? And all leave the world behind, and Jacob's trouble, etc., is for the Israelites, specifically the elect, becoming the top of the food chain. Now, I'm gonna go more into what I just said, but this is Second Thessalonians 2 and 9. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. All right. So these devils have all power on the left hand side. These Edomites got some shit that we haven't even seen. They show things in these movies. They got things that they haven't even shown in these movies, man. That's the type of power the Heavenly Father has blessed Esau with. Okay? Now let's get to Jeremiah. Of course, we all know this one by heart, right? Jeremiah 30:7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. For it is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. For it shall come to pass in that day, saith Yahweh of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck, and will burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him. Okay? So when this society crumbles, we're not gonna be under this devil's rule anymore. All right. Of course, you will have mortars be put to death for not taking that C-hip. Um, but in the grand scheme of things, the elect are not gonna be under this devil's rule anymore. When you have this leave the world behind type scenario happens, because in order to be a part of this devil's rule in these type of events is to take that charagma, man, because that's what he's gonna push. Okay, He's not going to push a driver license, social security, all right, taxes. He's going to push that C hip, that C hip. Now let's get some more scriptures on this collapse. Because when all this happens, the elect, um, the elect will be risen up with spiritual power to destroy their enemies, which can be which will be 2/3 of the nation of Israel. By the way, now let's go to the book of Micah. This is Micah. This is Micah 5 and verse 6, verse 7. And the remnant of Jacob shall be in the midst of many people, as a dew from Yahweh, as the showers upon the grass, that tarrieth not for man, nor waiteth for the sons of men. And the remnant of Jacob shall be among the Gentiles, in the midst of many people, as a lion among the beasts of the forest, as a young lion among the flocks of sheep, who if he go through, both treadeth down and teareth in pieces, and none can deliver. Thine hand shall be lifted up upon thine adversaries, and all thine enemies shall be cut off. So when the Heavenly Father gives Esau that green light, he's also gonna give his elect that green light. Okay? Because he's not gonna make a full end. Let's get that of his elect, of his people, I should say. In that full, not that full end, that portion is not gonna fully end. Is the elect. This is Jeremiah 30 and 11. For I am with thee, saith Yahweh, to save thee, though I make a full end of all nations. Whether I have scattered thee, yet will I not make a full end of thee, but I will correct thee in measure, and will not leave thee altogether unpunished. All right, and that's going into, of course, you're gonna have mortars. All right, that's a form of punishment, man. Be put to death. Okay, but guess what? You died in the truth. The dead in the Mashiach will rise first. Um, 2/3. All right, that's that punishment. That's that. The Israelites aren't getting off scot free, man. All right, 2/3 will be cut off, and that 1/3 will stray into the kingdom. All right. I'm gonna end that off right there. I'm gonna leave a link in the description to the trailer right here. The Lord's will is edifying. I might do a YouTube trailer because this is a little blurry. Shalom.